Red flags in online conversations, what you should detect in time. Online interactions have become an essential part of our daily lives, from social networks to dating apps to professional forums. However, not all conversations are what they seem. There are certain red flags that should be identified to avoid deception, wasted time, or even risks to your safety. Here are some of the most important ones. 1. Answers that are too perfect or generic. If the other person always responds with catchphrases, without personal details, or in an overly polished manner, it could be a bot or someone who is not being genuine. 2. Avoid direct questions. When someone constantly dodges giving basic information about themselves, such as their city, job, or interests, it is a sign that they may be hiding something. 3. Pressure to share personal information. Asking for sensitive data such as addresses, bank accounts, or private photos at an early stage is a clear sign of manipulation or attempted scam. 4. Contradictions in its history. If what they tell you today doesn't match what they said yesterday, pay attention. Inconsistencies are an indicator that something doesn't fit. 5. Too much of a rush to build trust. People who within hours call you best friend or love of their life are usually speeding up the process to emotionally manipulate you. 6. Constant negativity or aggressive behavior. If the conversation is filled with insults, complaints, or toxic attitudes, it is not a good place to invest your time or energy. 7. Refusal of video calls or real encounters. If they always make excuses for not talking on a video call or not showing their face, they are probably not who they say they are. 8. Requests for money or economic favors. Perhaps the clearest red flag, any attempt to get you to send money, buy something, or participate in a non-transparent business. 9. Overly manipulative language. Phrases such as "if you really valued me, you would do this" seek to make you feel guilty in order to control your decisions. 10. Lack of genuine interest in you. If they never ask about your likes, your life, or your ideas, they are probably just looking for something from you and not a real connection. 11. Suspicious changes of subject. When someone abruptly changes the subject whenever an uncomfortable question arises, they may be hiding information. 12. Excessive use of compliments. Constant and unrealistic compliments, "You're perfect," "I've never met anyone like you," are a common tactic to gain confidence quickly. 13. Messages only at odd hours. If the person only appears in the early morning or at very limited times, they could be hiding their activity from someone else or using the conversation clandestinely. 14. Inconsistency in language or writing style. Sudden changes in the way you write, mistakes, expressions that do not fit your supposed origin, may reveal that you are not who you say you are. 15. Excessive drama or victimhood. Exaggerated accounts of personal problems, always accompanied by pleas for support, can be a form of emotional manipulation. 16. Empty or too perfect profile. Generic photos, absence of friends or publications, or on the contrary, an impeccable and suspiciously perfect profile, are warning signs. 17. Avoid giving verifiable signals. Not wanting to share even the slightest proof of their identity, a spontaneous photo, an audio, a verifiable detail, should make you hesitate. 18. Unrealistic promises. Talking about great opportunities, easy deals, paid trips, or exaggerated gifts without hardly knowing you is a classic scam attempt. 19. Conversations too fast towards the intimate. If they steer the talk towards sexual or very personal topics in the first few interactions, they are probably looking for more than just conversation. 20. Use of fear or veiled threats. Expressions such as "if you don't respond, you'll see," or "be careful what you do" are extreme red flags that indicate manipulation or even danger. How to protect yourself. Always exercise caution when sharing personal information. Verify the person's identity if the relationship becomes closer. Learn to set boundaries and don't be afraid to block or leave a conversation. Listen to your intuition. If something doesn't fit, you're probably right. Online conversations can be the beginning of valuable friendships, professional contacts, or even meaningful relationships. But to take advantage of them safely, it is key to learn how to identify these red flags and act in time. Thank you for watching the video.